Hi guys, welcome to Barcelona, Spain. Although I'm actually not there anymore, but this video is going to be about Barcelona. I ran out of time, so I didn't get a chance to actually record a video there. I'm actually in Nice, France right now, but I haven't been here that long, so I'll do a video on that later. Anyways, so I was in Barcelona a couple days. It was a short stop there. Saw a good bit, not everything. It's hard to see everything in a couple days, but let's see. So last I talked to you guys, I was in Mallorca. We ended up staying on that beach the rest of the day because the other beaches we were thinking about going to were far away. So we just decided to chill there, enjoy the rest of the day on the beach. And then later we went to this thing in Palma called Ruta Martiana. So on Tuesdays they have this thing where you can go like from bar to bar and get pinchos y cañas, which pinchos is what I had in San Sebastian. The difference I learned too between pinchos y tapas is pinchos, they're just like bites. So at the restaurants they'll have tons of these little plates up on the counter and you can just basically have what you want, but it's like each thing's kind of like a big bite, really more than one. But anyways, you choose like one of each thing. Again, how I mentioned before, usually you have one at each place, then you go on to the next. So on Tuesdays they have this special where you can get like a pincho and caña as draft, like draft beer. And you go from one place to the next, and it's a really good deal. It was like, I think €5 gives you a pincho and a beer. So anyways, we checked that out. We ended up just having everything at one place because we were going to this other place we went that's known for their tortilla, and they actually ran out. We couldn't believe it. They didn't have any more food, so obviously not prepared. There were a lot of people out. So that was the end of Mallorca. I took the ferry at night, barely made it, but made it, and arrived in Mallorca early the next morning. And I was actually visiting one of my friends from San Diego who's from Menorca but living in Barcelona, Alex. So I stayed with him the first day, and that first day basically like walked all over. Went to this area where you can get a viewpoint. They have all these restaurants. It's kind of like a circular building. I thought it was a stadium, but it's not. I don't know the name of it, 360 something. And then walked down this main street where they have these two kind of like big towers on the side. There's a plaza in the middle, Plaza España, I think. And then went to Parc de Montjuic, and there they have the Museo Nacional and just a lot of really amazing views of the city from there. So went all over, walking around the park, went through some gardens. They have, I'm trying to think what else. Anyways, just went all around, got a lot of really awesome views of the city. Went all the way up to the castle, Barcelona Castle. I forget if it has another name. Anyways, so walked around there, and then later on walked back down into the city and walked along La Rambla, which is the one of the main streets in the city. That's really cute, pedestrian street lined with trees, and they have restaurants and shops and things along there. And then from there I went to, I'm trying to remember else. There's this market over there that was really cool called Mercat de Sant Josep, or La Boqueria. Check that out. A lot of like good food, just everything you could ask for. It looked really good. And then kept walking around a bit more, walked by the Picasso Museum and the Gothic Quarter, which has all these small streets and shops, things like that. And then also went later to Parc de la ciutadella, I forget the name exactly, something like that, which was cool. Very like hippie style park. I saw people doing acro yoga, and they had a slack lining up, playing music on the street. They actually had this gazebo where people were dancing tango. Like little of everything you could find there, but really pretty park. And then walked down through the Arc de Triomf, which is like the one in Paris, but in Barcelona. So I think that was mostly the first day. And then went out to dinner later with Alex and some of his roommates. And then the next day, which was yesterday, checked out the city some more. Actually met up with the aunt of the couch surfer I stayed with in Mallorca. So that was cool. She ended up kind of showing me around some more in the city. So we checked out some of the Gaudi buildings. Gaudi's famous in Barcelona. He built all these amazing buildings just like all over the city, and they're really different looking, like just totally different style, very unique. So checked out some of those. Where else did we go? And we walked along the passeig de Gracia, which is another main shopping street. It's the one with all the like big brand names. Another thing, well, we stopped for lunch, but she was telling me that a lot of places during the week they'll have this special that it's about 10 to 12 euros, and it's like a menu of the day where you get an appetizer, main entree, and dessert, drink, all for like around 10. So it's really cool, and they do that to bring people in basically during the week. So we stopped somewhere for lunch, and then we went to this place. I don't know the name of it, but basically used to be a market. Now they use it, I think, for events and concerts, but it's like this building that they built over Roman ruins. So from the outside it just looks like a modern building, but if you walk inside, they've kind of built it around the ruins. So like in the middle on the ground you see all these ruins. That was interesting. Trying to see what else we did. I think for the most part that's what we did. We walked by the Palau de la música catalana. So one of the theaters, which is really beautiful. A lot of just beautiful architecture throughout the city, even outside of like the Gaudi buildings. And then at the end I went to la sagrada familia, which is the really big cathedral that Gaudi created. I think he was working on it for like 43 years, I read, and they're still continuing to build this based off of his like original designs. So it's supposed to be done in 2026, I think I read. Really amazing. Again, just like very different style, very recognizable compared to other things, buildings and architects. And it was interesting too to read about, because just every little piece that went into it, like there's a story behind it, there's a reason why it's there, everything has a meaning, all the sculptures, just really interesting to learn about. So that was pretty much the day yesterday. Also in general, so in Barcelona they also speak Catalan, so a lot of the signs are actually in Catalan instead of Spanish. So it's similar but different. There's definitely some words that are like totally different than Spanish. So it was interesting to see the differences. And then I ended up taking the night bus last night to get here to Nice today. And so I've just been walking around the city a bit now. I'm going to show you the view because I don't know when I'm going to do the next video. Hopefully sometime tomorrow. I'll fill you guys in. But pretty awesome view from here. You can see below the water's like really, really beautiful. And the view just keeps going all the way back there. So I think that's mostly it for now. And I will catch you guys up with some more stories from Nice tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.